Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today I've got another empties video, but this time we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. As I mentioned in my last empties video, I've decided to do my empties videos going forwards under different categories. So for example, skincare, makeup, hair and body care, which is the one that I'm doing today. Unless, of course, anybody sort of massively hates that idea. Do let me know in the comments below what you think of me doing empties videos as categories. Maybe you prefer the variety from the old style that I used to do where I'd just pick 10 products that I'd finished. But I'm still going to be choosing 10. I just thought that I've been doing empties videos for a while now, so I'd mix things up a bit and do something a little bit different. I'm going to be going through my empties in no particular order, although I'm probably going to sort of do subcategories to the categories mentioned in the title. God, this is getting confusing. I'm going to start off with hair care. Now, I've been using La Bioesthétique shampoos for years, probably about 3 or 4 years, and I don't switch my shampoos up at all. So I don't tend to include them in my empties videos, which is why I've just included these 2 bottles of shampoo that I finished up as one empty. I'm kind of punishing myself, I guess, for always using the same products, but I've always said in my empties videos that if I use a product regularly that I won't keep sort of mentioning it in videos over and over again because it would just get really boring. But this is the shampoo that I use. It's La Bioesthétique. It's the anti-aging shampoo and it's the F cell, which means that it's for fine hair. I've used a couple of different shampoos from La Bioesthétique. This is the one that I'm using at the moment and I really like it. I went through a couple of bottles, but they do tend to last me a really long time. The scent is pretty nondescript. It's certainly nothing special, no herbal or botanical scent or anything floral, which is a bit of a shame, but I mean these are really fantastic. The dispenser just looks like this, so you apply it directly into your scalp. A little goes a long way. You don't sort of put it into your hand, which means that there's no wastage. It lathers up pretty well. But the main reason that I really like this is that unlike so many shampoos, it doesn't irritate my sensitive scalp. My hairdresser always says that, contrary to popular belief, it's actually the shampoo that you need to look at, especially if you have sensitive scalp, not the conditioner. She lets me use whichever conditioner I like. She never sort of forces me to buy one from the same range, which I really appreciate her honesty in that respect. She's not sort of trying to get me to buy all my products from this brand. So I've been using this for years. It's not really a hyped up product at all, but I really, really like it. And apparently it's a nice family run brand as well, so that's always nice to hear as well. The other hair care empty that I have is one that I've mentioned in an empties video before, so I guess if I finish up more of these then I probably won't mention them going forward. This is the Lush American Cream Hair Conditioner. It's quite high in lanolin, which for a few years people really seem to be against lanolin. But my hair loves this stuff. This has got a very strong fragrance that isn't going to be to everyone's liking, particularly because it does linger in the hair. But my hair has really been in good condition since I started using this. My hairdresser's commented on it. Obviously it's a Lush product, so it's not sort of a product that I'm using from her salon. And I really, really like it. I've done a full review on my blog, so I'll link that below, and I'll link any other blog reviews that I've done of any of the other empties that I have too. Let's move on to hand care now. I finished up this L'Occitane hand cream. This was a hibiscus flower limited edition. I think this might have come with a magazine. I can't really remember, but I quite like it. The L'Occitane Shea Butter hand cream is a bestseller, and I guess this is just a spin-off on that. But yeah, I enjoyed it and I liked the packaging. I thought it was pretty cute and pretty functional as well. So yeah, I was quite pleased to finish this actually, because I rarely finish up a whole hand cream. I'm quite lazy at applying hand cream because I wash my hands loads, but I don't really like the feeling of hand cream on my hands during the day, so I tend to just apply it at night. I tend to keep my hand cream just in my bedside drawer, and this was the one that I used up this month. As I said, I wash my hands a lot, so although I tend to always have a hand wash and lotion duo in my bathroom, I always finish up the hand wash before the lotion, and the one that I finished up was this Green & Spring Indulging hand wash. There's probably enough to get like one more hand wash out of it, but I've really been struggling. I really liked this. I thought the packaging was cute, so it's nice to have on display in the bathroom, you know, when you have guests, and it's a natural brand. It's the spin-off brand from Cowley Manor, which is a really famous spa over here in the UK. It had a really pleasant fragrance, and I've mentioned this in a favourites video before, so you know that I like it, I probably wouldn't repurchase it straight away because I like to try lots of different hand wash and lotion duos. The one that I tend to come back to is the Molton Brown, but I liked this. Body care next. Now obviously I use shower products really quickly because I have a shower every day, sometimes even twice a day. I finished up this shower gel that I picked up in France. It was a Zest de Citron and Bergamot, so lemon zest and bergamot shower gel. I quite liked this. I certainly liked the fragrance, but because it was so high in sodium lauryl sulfate, I found that a bit of a shame. I was worried that it was drying out my skin. I've written a full review of this on my blog, so again, do check the down bar if you'd like to know more. But it was really reasonably priced. I picked this up in a supermarket when I was in France. But yeah, I probably wouldn't, I don't think I'd repurchase it purely because I prefer shower gels that aren't high in sodium lauryl sulfate. Talking of which, I used up this Heaven by Deborah Mitchell anti-cellulite body wash. Again, now this one was free from sodium lauryl sulfate. It had a wonderful fragrance. What was the fragrance actually? Like eucalyptus and cypress and juniper. It was a really strong fragrance that was fantastic for mornings, really sort of gets you up and going. Got right into your lungs and made everything sort of move that little bit faster. Whether it had any anti-cellulite properties, I'm not too sure, but I certainly enjoyed using this. It was quite a liquid formula, so I did feel that I went through the bottle quite quickly, but I really enjoyed it. I guess if you're not accustomed to products without sodium lauryl sulfate, then you might find that this didn't really lather that much. It almost feels oily on the skin. It certainly doesn't leave a residue, but it's just because it's so packed full of really good quality ingredients. I did like this, and of course, if you've watched my videos before, you know that Heaven is one of my favourite brands. Deborah Mitchell has some very famous clients, including those that were involved in a certain royal wedding a couple of years ago, and I'm very happy to count her as a friend as well. She's really, really lovely. So I'm very happy to rave about her brand. I can't rate it highly enough. Definitely one to check out if you're not familiar with it. Now, if you are checking out Heaven for the first time, I do like her body products, as I've just raved about this one. But if you're checking it out for the first time, I would definitely veer more towards the skincare line. For example, her famous Bee Venom face mask. I really love the hydrating and firming face mask, and my favourite product is the Skin Polish Exfoliator for your face, which I love. Now, I didn't even mean to do that, but talking of exfoliators, the next two empties are body scrubs. And the first one I finished up was the Aromatherapy Associates Enrich Body Scrub. This smelled wonderful. As you may know, Aromatherapy Associates is one of my all-time favourite, can't live without brands. This was amazing. It had completely finished up. Oh, I can still smell it. It's almost like an earthy, sensual fragrance that sort of just comes from these really good quality essential oils. Now, I did find that if you use this in the shower, it wasn't hugely effective. You got a much more satisfyingly abrasive scrub if you applied it onto dry skin before jumping into the shower, so I definitely recommend doing that. Once you got into the shower, it was very creamy and nourishing, and it did leave a slight oily residue on the skin, so some people might not like it. I personally prefer that because it saves me moisturising. I'm lazy, so what can I say? What's more, I thought the packaging was very chic, although I'd prefer it to be in a tube. I don't really like exfoliators being presented in pots. Again, there's a full review on my blog. I really liked this. There's only one thing that would put me off repurchasing it, and that's the price. If I was going to spend my money on an Aromatherapy Associates product, I'd probably just want to spend it on my beloved bath and shower oils. And although this was a nice scrub, I'm very happy to just use a basic scrub, with my favourite one being the other empty scrub that I used up, and that is Soap & Glory The Breakfast Scrub. This is so much cheaper. I think it's like a third of the price of this one, and I just got so much enjoyment out of this. Again, I've reviewed it on my blog. This is the most wonderful smelling scrub ever. It smells like maple syrup. I also really like the Soap & Glory Sugar Crush Body Scrub, which is a much finer and gentler scrub. It's a much richer and more abrasive scrub, so I prefer this maybe in the winter months, and I prefer Sugar Crush for the summer months. But I love this. I've already repurchased it. Can't recommend it highly enough. If you're not familiar with it, then definitely one to check out. I love Soap and Glory body scrubs. So although I liked this one, I just don't really think that I would justify repurchasing it when I get so much enjoyment out of the much cheaper Soap and Glory scrubs. So we've done 8 products. As you know, I always do 10 products in my empties or Project 10 pan. So just a couple more to go, and these are fragrance. Firstly is a home fragrance item, and that is this little neon sensuous, no it's not, that is this little neon refresh candle. My friend got me this for my birthday. I have to say that I really enjoyed it. I do tend to find that the smaller sizes aren't quite as room filling as the larger 3-wick candles, but nonetheless I love neon candles. They're one of my favourite candle brands. They're very therapeutic candles because they use such a high percentage of really good quality essential oils. That's been a bit of a theme in this video. This had the scent of real lemon and basil for a fantastically pure and energizing scent, and I really enjoyed just having this burning maybe if I was getting ready for a night out. And because neon candles are so natural, you don't have to worry that they're giving off any sort of nasty soot or anything that's going to not only mark your walls but also be bad for you to breathe in. I'm going to clean this out and repurpose the pot somehow, but I'm not too sure how yet. In my old larger one I've got all my EOS lip balms. The last product I used up again is a fragrance one, and this is the Cowshed Naked Cow Relaxing Perfume Oil. This is a roll-on perfume. Now I mentioned this in a favourites video quite a while ago. This lasted for ages, even though it's only a 10ml size, so I initially thought that I was going to zoom through this, but actually it lasted me a really long time. Cowshed again is inspired by one of the spas over here in the UK, and they have all these really fun quirky names like Knackered Cow. The men's range is called Bullocks. There's, what else is there? There's Moody Cow, Horny Cow, Lazy Cow, loads of different sort of fun names. You have to be good friends with someone to give it as a gift, but I really enjoy them. This had essential oils of lavender, eucalyptus and chamomile. Now although this is marketed as a perfume rollerball, and I do like that idea of having a perfume in a rollerball, it's not something that we really have here in the UK. There's like one or two fragrances that do it, but it's certainly not as widespread as I know they have in the US. To be honest, I found this a little bit too hippie-like for me to wear as a fragrance, but I really enjoyed applying it to my pulse points before bed, and it really did help to relax me, so it definitely lives up to that sort of aromatherapy claim. Oh, it smells so good. I really enjoyed this, but definitely more for its aromatherapy benefits as opposed to sort of a signature scent. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Do let me know what you think of this new category style. Also let me know if you've tried any of these products, what you think of them, or if there's any that sound appealing to you and that you'd like to try. I love reading your comments and trying to interact with you guys as well. So definitely comment below, and if you're not already subscribed then please do so. I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!